A lot of you that are bass players watching my channel know the names of Victor Wooten and Jaco Pastorius and John Myung and Billy Sheehan and all these really great bass players. But when I was growing up, my dad used to listen to these records when he was home on the weekends that had this monstrous bass player on it. And I used to look at the records and see this name as a really long name, 4 names actually. And the name was Niels-Henning Ørsted Pedersen, or NHOP. He's one of the greatest bass players to ever live. He was Danish, born in 1946, and he died in 2005. And I wanted to make a video about him because I was watching some stuff on YouTube, live performances of him the other day, and it just blows my mind. I heard him on record, but because of YouTube, you can see videos of him playing. And it's honestly mind-boggling. Check it out. Woo! Check that out again. That is amazing. Listen again. There it is, another triplet. Like, listen. Oh. Woo. You see Oscar's reaction there? He knows how smoking it is. Check it out again. It's so grooving, but that is so hard to do on an upright bass too. You don't even think, you're not even thinking about it. It's so effortless. It's so flowing. All those lines, those triplet. Man, that is burning. This next clip is of Niels playing with Sonny Rollins when he was 19 years old in 1965. Let's check it out. They're playing Oleo by Sonny Rollins. There's Sonny in the background. Oh, just feel. Oh, man. 19. That's what I love about jazz, that right there, the feel, those lines, the swing of it. It's just bass and drums there. Sonny Rollins is there saying, yeah, this is grooving. People that don't like jazz always say they just don't listen to the right jazz. When you hear that, if you don't feel that groove, that's as heavy as any groove right there. For those of you wondering how he gets this kind of speed and feel with his lines, it's not just his left hand, it's his right hand. Check out this next clip. Look at his right hand. He uses 3 fingers on the right hand to achieve this. This is he and Joe Pass playing Donna Lee. You remember Donna Lee from my Jaco video, and if you don't, you should watch my Jaco video. But watch his right hand here. Check out when they play the melody here at the end. Here's a clip of Oscar Peterson talking about Niels after he passed away.
Niels had a natural affinity with the bass, as opposed to some other players around the world, I won't call any names, that you can say, well, he's playing the bass. Niels didn't play the bass. Niels was the bass.
Niels wasn't just a great accompanist and soloist. Check out this piece where he's actually playing an unaccompanied bass part. It's beautiful. You know, the crazy thing is, I'm 58 years old. All these guys are gone. All the guys that my dad loved to listen to. Niels, Ray Brown, other bass player, Oscar Peterson, Joe Pass. I mean, literally every jazz musician that my dad loved. Stan Getz, Miles Davis, Wes Montgomery, Charlie Christian. I mean, every player from Miles's group in the 50s, they're all gone. Jimmy Cobb now. Still the guys from the 60s group, Wayne Shorter and Ron Carter, Herbie. And then the guys in the later 70s are still with us. But, you know, there's not a lot of that history remaining of the great jazz musicians. And this music really reminds me of my dad. That's one of the reasons why I want to make this video on Niels-Henning Ørsted Pedersen. It reminds me of my dad and I listening to records together. My favorite thing that we did, my dad would get a new record. He'd open it up, put it on the turntable, and then he'd sit down in a chair across the room. I'd sit down in another chair. We had a very small house, small living room. But he would sit there and he'd twirl his hair and listen. One side we'd never say a word about it. We'd just listen. The side A would be over. I'd get up. I'd go flip it over and put on side B. And that would get done, and we wouldn't say a word then. And then maybe we'd talk about the record. But maybe we wouldn't. We'd just listen. And my dad was constantly going out and finding new records, buying new jazz records. And that was the thing that he and I did together. That's what we shared. We shared music. And this really reminds me of him. My dad would be 101 if he was with us today. My dad passed away in 2004. And this is music that he made me really appreciate. And, you know, with all these players now that not being alive, I want to do something like make videos like this on my channel to at least keep it alive a little bit longer to the people that watch here. That's all for now. Please subscribe here to my Everything Music YouTube channel. If you're interested in the Beato book, you can go to my website at www.rickbeato.com. Follow me on Instagram at rickbeato1. Check out the new Beato ear training program. If you go to beatoeartraining.com, you can watch the introduction video and check it out. And if you want to support the channel even more, think about becoming a member of the Beato Club. Thanks so much for watching.